My name is Julie, and I never planned to fall in love with my best friend's brother, especially not after I promised myself to stay away from relationships after my last breakup went so wrong. But life often surprises you when you don't see it coming. I had known Marcus for years, of course. He was always there, staying in the background of my friendship with his sister Ava. He was the quiet one who fixed our computers when they broke, helped us move apartments, and was always reading something in the corner during family gatherings.
Marcus is coming to help set up the new TV.
Ava told me one Saturday morning. I was lying on the couch in my pajamas, my hair a mess after staying up all night watching shows. "Oh God, give me 5 minutes to look human," I said, jumping up. Ava raised an eyebrow.
Since when do you care what Marcus thinks about how you look?
I didn't. At least, I hadn't until 3 weeks ago, when everything changed. It happened at Ava's birthday party. I was hiding in the kitchen, avoiding my ex who had somehow gotten invited, when Marcus walked in. He looked at me eating chips out of stress and pulled up a chair.
"Want to hear something funny?"
He asked, and then proceeded to tell me terrible science jokes until I was laughing so hard I forgot why I was hiding. For the first time, I saw him differently. Someone who noticed when I was upset and knew exactly how to make me feel better.
Your 5 minutes are up,
Ava called, snapping me back to the present. I had only managed to brush my teeth and throw on a clean sweater. Marcus arrived, carrying toolboxes and wearing glasses that kept sliding down his nose. What should have taken an hour took 3, mainly because I kept asking questions about everything he was doing. Ava gave up and left to run some tasks, but I stayed, interested in his explanations about wireless networks and digital signals.
"You don't actually care about IP addresses."
He said. "No," I admitted, "but I like how passionate you are when you talk about them." He looked at me then, really looked at me, and I felt my heart race, something I hadn't expected when he was near.
"Want to get coffee?"
He asked suddenly. "Now?"
"Unless you have more questions about router configurations."
I laughed. "Coffee sounds good." We walked to the small cafe around the corner, and I realized this was the first time we had ever been alone together without Ava. Over coffee, I discovered that Marcus had opinions on everything, from books and movies to the best way to make pasta. He listened when I talked about my job teaching kindergarten, asked about my students, and didn't seem bored when I went on for 10 minutes about the education system. One coffee turned into dinner the next week. Dinner turned into movie nights, where we actually watched the movies, instead of just having them on in the background like I did with Ava. Movie nights turned into long walks, where we talked about everything and nothing. But I still hadn't told Ava.
You're different lately.
She said one evening as we were making dinner.
Happier.
Am I?
Yeah, you're humming again. You used to hum all the time before Jake, but you stopped after the breakup.
I nearly dropped the spoon I was holding. I hadn't even noticed I'd started humming again.
Also, Marcus asked me if you're seeing anyone.
She continued. This time I did drop the spoon. He what?
He tried to be casual about it, but my brother has never been casual about anything in his life.
She turned to face me, arms crossed.
Is there something you want to tell me?
I told her everything, about the coffees, dinners, and walks. She listened without saying a word. And when I finished, she stayed quiet for so long that I started to worry. Ava, please say something.
You know, I always wondered who would be smart enough to see past Marcus's quiet exterior. I should have known it would be you.
She said finally. You're not mad?
Mad? Julie, you're the only person I would trust with my brother's heart.
I hugged her so hard we almost fell over. The next day, Marcus came over with food and a new book he thought I would like. We sat on the couch, him reading and me doing my work. I told Ava, I said. He looked up from his book.
About.
This, us, whatever we are.
And
She's happy about it, though she did threaten to kill me if I break your heart. He laughed softly.
that sounds like Ava.
Then he asked,
What exactly are we, Julie?
I don't know. I just know that somewhere between your jokes and wireless network lectures, I fell for you, which wasn't part of my plan. He admitted.
I've had a crush on you since you helped Ava move in 3 years ago. You were carrying boxes and singing songs.
He whispered,
You are the most beautiful girl I've ever seen,
even with my awful singing.
especially with your awful singing.
6 months later, Ava helped me move in with Marcus. As we carried boxes up to what would now be our apartment, I caught myself humming again.
Still happy?
Ava asked, smiling knowingly. Yeah, I said. I really am. Sometimes the best love stories aren't the ones we plan. They're the ones that sneak up on us when we're busy making other plans, when we're not looking for love at all. They're found in quiet moments and small gestures, in someone who makes you laugh when you're sad and challenges you to be better. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.